Okay, let's.
So
I
the
don't
stream
have.
has started. Yeah, please, Charlie.
Yes, now I clicked.
Okay,
Great.
great. Great, then let's start. Seems that we are live right now. And hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, dear participants, speakers, and welcome to our online webinar on UX tests at display. Now we are live on YouTube, Facebook, and in Instagram. And thank you very much for joining us from various parts of the globe. Let me please share with you the agenda. Now you may see the agenda of today's event on your screens. So, first of all, Evgeny will talk about what is display platform, how to increase chances of receiving an invitation, and in general about testing process. And then Charlie will share information about opportunities for testers and will present a live demo for you. So let me please pass the board to our speakers, Charlie, Evgeny. We will start with Evgeny. Nice to meet you again.
Nice
Thank
to
you,
see you
Ira.
again.
So, hello everyone. So, my name is Evgeny. I am a test education lead at Test.io. And today, together with Charlie, we will tell you about display platform, display opportunities, what it is, and so on. So, first of all, I would like to mention that it may sound new to you because, yeah, we'll work with Test.io platform, and you probably don't know about display platform at all. So, this is the goal of this webinar to explain what it is and so on. This is a new platform actually. Yeah, so let's talk about what is display platform. Yeah, thank you, Ira. So basically, I would like to mention this is a new platform that probably you haven't heard of before. Um, but anyway, we here to explain you what it is. So first of all, as I said, it's new, so we're still preparing some things for you to start with some real tests and so on. Um, I hope we will clarify many of the questions today. Actually, this webinar we prepare a bit in advance just because for you. So when you get the first test invitations to such tests, you already know what it is and how to work with it. So we decided to share some information in advance. Now let's talk a bit display platform. Actually, it is quite similar to Test.io. Its concept almost the same because there are two parties involved here. On one side, we have some customers like designers, managers, product owners who want to test their prototypes, sketches, to receive some user feedback, maybe validate some ideas even before the development. So on the other side, we as testers can influence and enhance some usability to help our designers and managers and our clients, right, with some usability of their products to help to provide some valuable feedback. And apart from that, we can also earn money. Yeah, this is also important for us as testers. So this is kind of collaboration that, as I said, very similar to what we have at Test.io. But difference here is this platform is focusing on a user experience tests only. So you actually it's not even about testing; it's about completing some tasks. Of course, we will have some demos, so you will see what types of tasks the display platform has and so on. But yeah, for now, you need to understand that it's not about like probably it's not about even testing, but rather completing some tasks and providing some feedback that the client would like to get. Hope that is clear, and we can move on to the next chart part. So now probably you are interested how you can join some display test. What is required, right? What you need to do to get those invitations. And actually there are three criterias that I mentioned on the slide. So first of all, you need to complete the survey. which is called UX testing pool for Test.io newest product display. Yeah, with such a long name. So this is a survey. It is present on your dashboard, tester dashboard, in the section in opportunities section. So you will have this. I believe you already have this opportunity on your dashboard, so you can complete it. Its goal is quite simple. You just mention whether you are interested in such tests or not and provide some additional information about you. That's it. Then goes step two. So after the first step, if you mention that you would like to take part in such kind of tests, so you will be provided with one more opportunity on your dashboard. It's kind of training, which is called UX testing at display. So this is quite a short training. It contains of some information about this platform. Actually, it's a video about this platform, and then you will have to pass the quiz. This is a standard quiz, as some other trainings that Test.io have, with some questions, and you will have to pass some criteria to successfully pass this training, actually. But in case you fail this quiz, don't be upset. You will have a chance to take a second. You will have multiple attempts, actually, to pass it successfully. And after those two steps, there is a third step. It's quite important, actually, and it's the last on the slide, but not least. It's very important. Let me explain why. Well, first of all, as you can see, the step is about enhancing your profile. So the more information you have in your tester profile, the better. Why it is important? Let me explain it to you. The reason is when some clients want to get some feedback about like user experience for their like product or service, um, sometimes they test specific products. For example, I don't know, let's imagine that some service for traveling, for booking some apartments or something. And it is important for the client. So the people who travel, who love traveling, who travels a lot, only these people will take part in such user experience tasks. So if you have like traveling as a hobby in your profile, that will increase your chances to get this invitation. And if you will not select, for example, this hobby in your profile, that will just mean that your chances will be much lower to get such invitation. And it relates to main information. So like all the information that we have in attest to your profile, like gender, like your birthday and age, like your hobbies, like your occupation, and so on. All this matters. So the more information you have, the more chances that your profile will match with the filters that the client set up. So this is why it is important. That will like rapidly increase your chances to get such invitations. Okay, I guess now it's clear. Yeah, now let's talk a bit about the testing process itself, what it is and how it differs from a regular test-io process. Actually, there is no much difference, to be honest, but still there are some points to pay attention. So yeah, next slide, please. Yeah, on this slide, you can see a regular workflow of some tasks at test.io and display. Actually, those systems are integrated. So yeah, sorry, I did not mention it, that you will still work at test.io. You don't have to register additionally a display or some other platform and so on. So the flow for you as testers will be very similar to what we have right now at test.io. So first of all, you will get invitation to a particular test cycle at test.io. This will happen absolutely the same as you now get some invitation to some other test cycles, where you read this information and decide whether you will participate or will not. Like you accept this invitation or you reject. Right then, if you decided that you will participate in those test cycles, you review the test instructions carefully. So again, this is quite the same steps that we usually do for every test cycle. We review the test instructions because they're crucially important. Then, in the third step here on the slide, there is a slight difference from a regular test cycle because if we are involved in a regular test cycle, in environment field, we have a link to, for example, to the website that we are going to test, or we have a link to the mobile application build that we need to install on our device, and so on. Here for the display test, it differs a bit because actually in this environment field, you will have the link to the display platform, to the corresponding test at display platform. So all you had to do is to navigate to this like display platform and to complete its tasks. So it's quite similar, and probably it should not be a problem. So no need to navigate to some testing site or some product and so on. So all you have to do is to navigate to display platform by the provided link. When you are in the display system, display platform, you will have to complete some UX. Here it says test, but actually I would say it's not about test. It's not tests. It's rather tasks because it's not, as I mentioned, it's not about testing. It's rather about completing some tasks and providing feedback to the client. So you will have kind of a user journey at display platform where you will have to answer some questions. They can be in any form actually because there are different types of tests that we will talk a bit later and so on. So all you had to do is to complete the tasks. Then you will have to navigate back to test.io to submit a confirmation report. I will tell what it is a bit later, but right now we just agree that after completion some tasks at display platform, we navigate back to test.io and submit a confirmation report. Now, what happens next? Actually, again, it's quite similar to what we have at some other test cycle. We have a team leader who is responsible for a particular test cycle, who is reviewing all the reports that you submit in, checks whether everything was done, or not. For example, whether your results at this at display platform were saved and so on. So is if everything is fine, your report is eligible. The team leader will approve your report, and as a last step of this journey, you will get paid for the approved tasks. So again, this is the same that what we have for test.io. Hope this workflow is quite clear. You can see from it that it's really very similar to a regular test cycle with some differences that I explained here. Hope that is clear, and we are ready to move on. Yeah, one more slide I dedicate to this confirmation report because probably some of you didn't heard about it and you are wondering what it is, how to submit it, and so on. So the main advice I would like to give you here is to follow test instructions. Well, first of all, yeah, basically confirmation report is a common like concept that the testers are using to confirm their activities. In this particular case, we need to confirm our activities at display platform. And why it is important to follow test instructions? Because, right now, some customers may require this report in different forms. Sometimes it may be usability report. Sometimes it may be some custom reports that you need to submit at test.io. It may be any other format specified by the customer in test instructions. So, as I mentioned, the very right place to find how to report this confirmation report is to check test instructions. They will be quite detailed and will explain you what to do to confirm your activities and to get paid for them, right? Okay, so we're done for this part. Now we are ready to discuss opportunities for testers. And Charlie, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Evgeny. Charlie, adding you to the stage, please.
Thank
Let's
you.
talk about opportunities.
This is probably the most exciting part. Thank you, Evgeny. Well, opportunities for testers. This is what we should do on this place. And before we start, welcome everyone to this another webinar. UX. For those who don't know, user UX stands for user experience. So this is the main framework you need to take in consideration when working with a display. So let's go forward, please, with the next. So what kind of task, because it's not testing, it's task, we can perform a display. One is first click test. In this case, we assess the intuitiveness of a page by measuring where users clicks first. And it's, just to start joining a little bit this UX concepts and framework, we usually design things, customers design things to go from top to bottom to left to right, because most of our read from left to right. So those areas are important for design when designing some environment. So this is why this first click test is important. Free question provide in that those cases we provide open-ended feedback on specific features or overall user experience that depends on the test instructions. Please always read thoroughly those and always remember what you're supposed to do. The 5-second test. This is for gauge or judge your initial reaction to a web page or feature within the first 5 seconds. We will see in a demo, it can be something else, not just the entire web page. Could be just specific elements, for instance. Use a goal, complete assigned tasks to test the effectiveness of navigation and functionality. For those who have already executed user stories, it's something similar. In this case, you have to provide different, usually the feedback is provided differently. It's not written. You don't have to most likely screencast anything, but just complete the goal. Next, please, Irina. Opinion scale, well, you just rate aspects of the platform on a scale to quantify user satisfaction. How do you like the element you have to test? Boolean questions, answer yes, no questions to provide clear and binary feedback on specific elements. Preference test, choose choose between multiple options to indicate your preferred design or feature. And multivariate questions, evaluate how different variables affect user choices and preferences. So you can find this. Some of them, all of them on a test depends on the test setup. That's why it's quite important to always read thoroughly the instructions. All right, next, please, Irina. I think, yes, let's do the demo. Let me share, please. Let's go with the demo. You can see my screen now. I believe so. So, okay, so, well, this are some instructions, very important instructions, because as Evgeny said, we are saying here, when US experience or UX testing, we don't test properly. We customers wants to test some hypothesis, and we are the ones who wants to provide feedback to this. So what is important is that there is no wrong or answer questions, but honest feedback is a must. Always, please always be honest on what you feel, what do you think about an element. Don't be bad if it's too bad, and and you don't want customers to feel a little down because of your feedback. Being honest is the best policy with UX testing, and you can end the test at any time. So get started. Here's some important the navigation, how we are providing navigating the platform. So please always read through. We have to minimize panel instructions, progress. We can even skip tasks if we don't understand it. That's okay. So first step, apply for a loan. Here we have the instructions. Important. Please navigate to the loan portal and complete the process of applying for a loan. Applying for a loan, that's important. Complete this process. Start from the home page and go through each step. Filling out the necessary information. As you proceed, your feedback will help us improve the application process and ensure it is user friendly. So we start the test. We have also some other instructions on the platform, and we just landed on this page. We have some options here. Want to press loan. Shall we try it now? Or we can log in. We can click. This is a demo, so we can click here or here. This is a demo, so we cannot add anything. But let's say we started the process. We go over, then we get inside our account, Joshua account, and then we start a loan. There are multiple options. You can see that we can click the options. This is not providing anything because it's a demo, but we start a new loan. We are on the right track, and we can interact with these options and go over the process. We can even upload a completed URL application, and let's say choose a file, and that's it. That's first step is done. Congratulations. Very simple and very important to understand the instructions. Okay, let's move forward. Then where will you click to apply for a loan? And this is quite important. Where will you click? And then we just landed here, but we also have oh, I cannot. Okay, sorry, I cannot. There was also a link here that says start alone. I cannot uh, scroll it, but just clicking where is the first button you click. That's why it's important for the customers to understand if the design is the best design that they can get or not. For instance, I clicked at the bottom because there is also a start alone there button, but probably most likely people will click on the first one in the middle. So if they want the order to be the main one, their results will show them that they should move that button at the bottom of the page to the top if they want to highlight it. Let's continue. The 5 seconds task. So let's see, let's start the test. We just analyzing these elements, mortgage, that's it. And then the questions about it. How did you feel when you first saw the logo? Well, I already wrote my things. I really feel like I've traveled through time, probably back to the 19s even. It's too vintage to my taste, so I will say it has some elements. We can continue, definitely. I cannot say, yes, I like it when I really don't. So keep honest. Would you please rate our new logo design? If I don't like it, I cannot just say 10. Definitely no. There are some elements related to real estate, kind of gives the vibe of what is this environment about, but it's just too retro. So they should improve that. So I would say probably two, and we have to be consistent, and that will be all. This demo has these steps, tasks, but Odo can have more or just one, for instance. Depends on the test, and that's please always read and follow instructions. And that would be all. Thank you. Thank you, Irina. Thank you, Dini. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Charlie, for this demo. So I guess that maybe now it is a Q&A time. So, dear
Mm,
participants, if you have any questions, please feel free to write us in the chat and we will be happy to answer, of course. For now, I don't see any questions on YouTube. Charlie, could you please check on another
mm,
platforms?
yes, I don't see anything on Instagram. I think that's because it was very well delivered information. I hope so. No,
Yeah,
nothing so far.
yeah, me too.
Actually, I think that we will have one question at least, maybe later, but let me answer it right now because usually our testers are wondering like how frequently will we get those tests, how many customers do we have for that, for those tests, and so on. So let me answer that. As I mentioned during my slides, so this is a new platform. So again, so basically right from the start we will not have many customers and so on, so because we're still promoting it, and right now having some conversations, discussions with our customers. There is some demand already, they're interested in these opportunities, but right from that I don't think that it will be very much test, but it happens for every other new platform, I guess, and we believe that over time we will have more and more such opportunities for you.
Thank you, Evgeny. I see
Good
one
question.
comment, yeah, on YouTube
Mm,
from
mhm.
Alba Zephyr that there is a question, but please feel free to text it in the chat and we will answer this your question.
Yes, yes.
Let's wait a bit.
Probably true. When I started US testing, I was thinking I really don't know anything about it. But then I realized that what they really need is my own, as a regular user, my honest opinion on specific things, and then I started enjoying it. And it's quite easy because we nowadays we have a lot of experience just for being a regular user. We all go on e-commerce and get things, buy things, watch things. We really don't experience as always on our platform. You don't need that. You will gain experience with each test, with all the advice team leaders provide, with all our content on the academy to help you develop these skills and final at the end just thrive as a tester on our platform. Okay.
Yeah, so here is a question. Yeah, I missed a very good part of this live, so I don't know if it is said anything. Will these UX opportunities be paid?
Yeah, let me answer
Absolutely
that.
yes.
Yeah, let me answer that question. So yes, this is one of the regular opportunities, like testing opportunities that we have at Test.io. When you accept some invitations, you can see, let's say, prices for the reports and like functional reports or content or visual bug reports. So here it is quite the same. When opening some test case with UX opportunity, you will also find the information about payouts, like how you'll have all the information regarding this test cycle, how much time is expected from you to take this survey at display platform, and how it is paid as well. So yeah, long story short, these are paid tests.
Yeah. Every task you perform on Test.io is paid everything, and so No doubt about it. I can see another question. Yes, 5 second test. Oh, well, we probably we went too fast because it was only 5 seconds, but but what it happens with 5 seconds is test is your first impression of anything within just 5 seconds. Whatever you the feelings, your impression, whatever you think is about a website, for instance, is it too crowded? Is it too minimal? Is it too the contrast? Is it too much? There is too low. You get those feelings about a design just within the 5 seconds. Like you are meeting one person for the very first time, you get an idea of that first impression. It would be exactly the same with when interacting or just seeing some environmental elements. Like on the demo, we just saw designed the new design for this um, loan firm, and the first thing I saw was this is very vintage design, and I cannot just get out of that. That was my first impression, and that will give that's what the customer needs to know that probably they wanted something, I don't know, fancier, something luxurious, but at the end they ended up with a vintage, too very old, targeting probably the wrong audience for them. So that's what it is. 5 second test. Saktivel, I hope I have answered. Anything would you like to add, Evgeny?
I would just to say once again about that not only 5 second tests but many other tests that display platform, they do not have right or wrong answers, right? So it is
Mm.
not about selecting some particular options that should be correct. It's just about sharing your experience, what you experienced when you saw that logo, for example, how intuitive was the interface and so on. So you provide just your experience, so there is no wrong answers.
Good point.
And one more question. I want to know how to claim the test when I get the test email and work on it from George.
So I think this is pretty the same as we get. So in this particular logic for test invitations, there is no difference between UX test at display and regular test cycles at test.io. So when there is new test cycle and you are eligible for it, you correspond to the requirements that, for example, our customer said, you will get that email that new test appeared. You can navigate to test.io and you will have this test cycle on your dashboard. You can open it and whether to accept it or decline it for some reason. So this is pretty the same. Hope I answered that.
I believe
Yes,
so.
thank you. Oh, one more. Cool.
Okay.
Well, will this test be linked to the
Mm.
devices in the tester's account, or are the available devices unimportant or not? Thanks.
Well, that's a very good question, to be honest, I would say. So right now, from some tests that we saw from our clients, in most cases, the devices are not very important. Yeah, but when you open the link from and you open the link to the display platform, you can open it from any device and pass the necessary survey to answer the questions, put your marks, share your experience about some, I don't know, logos, service, and design, etc. But who knows, maybe in some future tests, um, some tests will be available only for some particular devices, but as of now, in most tests, the devices are not important. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Evgeny. One more question. Can you tell us more about session report and feedback report from Ahmed Khan?
What is meant here? It's interesting, Charlie. Maybe it's some about some tasks at display. um, some feedback report.
Session report, feedback report. I believe this is related to how we can provide um, feedback on, or
The
how we.
feedback, yeah.
Yes, exactly. And depends on, basically depends on test instructions. That depends on customers, depends on what they are looking for. So, and that will be actually explained there. So I don't think that would be more to add to that. Ahmed, mm, yeah, definitely is the test instructions are what, as on any regular test, is what tell us is our guide to go over a test session or this UX testing session.
Thank you,
Oh,
Charlie.
I saw a new one.
Yeah, it is addition to a previous question. So a follow-up to my previous question, I ask that because the moment I get the email to work on the test, in a few seconds, I will
Mm,
see that someone has claimed the test and I can't work on it again. So guys, any comments on such situation?
this is related to the seats available. Well, that also depends on customer setup, George. And the only advice I can give you now, all of you who are watching us, is go to your profile, um, Tesla testing profile, click on the display card, UX display card, and start pass and doing the course and pass it as fast as quick as you can, so you can be one of those first ones gaining more experience. The more experience you gained, the most likely you will be invited to this test. Because what we need always, customers like testers who already know the type of test we have to conduct and the environment. So the quicker you start, the better.
Oh, thank you, Charlie. You have a huge experience here about how to take part in testing. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. So for now, no more questions. Let's wait a bit, maybe. And I have a little question to you, maybe, Evgeny. Do we plan to organize one more workshop or webinar about this display platform in future? How do you think? Uh, or it will be based on the feedbacks we will receive?
Well, of course, feedbacks matter for us. Maybe some testers will also say what they would like to hear during such webinars, what we missed probably or something. In the future, we will see, of course, as we get more such opportunities, maybe something will change on the display part. Maybe they will have some additional tasks or something. Maybe the requirements will change or they will have additional opportunities. So of course, we will try to cover it during our webinars, not only during webinars, but also in our academy. So just yeah, to remind that we have also an academy, tester academy, where you can find all the necessary information and regarding display platform as well.
Oh, yeah, great. Charlie, maybe we should also share the links. We will share the link in social media to Academia. Yeah, am I right? Okay,
Yes,
great.
you are
Hmm.
correct. I will share
Okay.
in a bit.
Hmm. Okay, I see that there are no more questions. So then, as we come to the close of this webinar, I would like to say thank you very much to you speakers and to all the participants for your active engagement. I hope that you found
Mhm.
this session very useful and you are now equipped with knowledge about this display platform. So please stay tuned for more webinars in future like this. Do not hesitate to reach us with any questions or feedbacks you may write, for example, in Discord. We will be ready to answer your questions. And wishing everyone success in your testing journeys and have a wonderful day then. Thank you guys.
Thank you
Thank you
all.
very much.
See you
See
Have a
you.
good
on the
day.
other side.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Cheers.